outside.
This evening has been
Hoping that you
so
drop in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands, they're just like
My
ice.
mother will start to worry.
Beautiful, what's your
My
hurry?
father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace
So
roar.
really I'd better scurry.
Beautiful, please don't
Well,
hurry.
maybe just a half a drink more.
Put some records on while I
The
pause.
neighbors might
But
think.
baby, it's bad out there.
Say, what's in this
No
drink?
cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew how.
Your eyes are like stars
to
right
break
now.
this spell.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks
I
swell.
ought to say no, no, no,
Mind if
sir.
I move in
At least
closer?
I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my
I
pride?
really can't
Oh baby,
stay.
don't hold out,
Oh,
baby,
but
it's cold outside.
Welcome to the DNA Show podcast.
Hey, what's going on, Davey?
Adam here, and today we are talking about
Songs and Christmas songs in general.
and how it's Merry Christmas, not Happy Holidays.
Yeah, I refuse to say Happy Holidays. I'm gonna say Merry Christmas because that's what I celebrate. If you celebrate Hanukkah, say Happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, say Happy Kwanzaa.
If you're just an asshole stick in the mud and you think you gotta tear everyone's beliefs and religion down, then you just shut up and keep to yourself.
Very much so. If you don't celebrate any of those holidays, you don't have to necessarily say anything back. Just respect the other person's beliefs.
Yeah.
So, say for example, I'm atheist, and Adam, you say to me "Merry Christmas." I'm going to say "Merry Christmas" back to you. Would be my opinion on it.
Yeah. It's like,
even though I don't celebrate it.
exactly. It's called being a decent human being and not being a fucking asshole all the time.
Very much so. When it comes to the songs that we're talking about here, you had said something about Rudolph being banned.
Yeah, I think the show, I don't know about the song. I mean, they could have a problem with the song too, but as far as I know, the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer show that comes on every year around this time, they want to get banned because it's bullying.
Well, that's a crock of shit. Yes, there might be bullying in that movie, but there's a positive outcome about that bullying in that movie, to where they're bullying him, and then the other reindeer realize that they actually need him, and they realize how mean they were to Rudolph. And so they stop the bullying and realize that bullying is not the way to go. So there is a positive outcome to that movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're a normal thinking human that doesn't read too much into everything, yeah, it's a harmless movie.
That's the thing. I don't think they're reading too much into it at all. They need to actually sit back and think of what the message in the movie is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the whole movie isn't about bullying. Just the first so many scenes in the movie is about bullying.
Exactly. And then towards the end, they realize they were wrong, and everyone's happy ever after. They all get along. So what is the issue? It sorts itself out.
Probably more than likely one leftist, liberal snowflake realized to themselves that it was bullying and made a big deal about it. I hate to go into politics about it, but that's probably what it was. I don't know the backstory on it, so I don't have all my facts, but that's my opinion of what I think how it went.
And the song we just opened up with, Baby It's Cold Outside, they're banning that from radio stations.
Because it implements, I'm sorry, because of what they think implements rape, drugging someone in a drink, and keeping someone against their will. When in reality, I don't believe that song has anything to do with any of those three that I just named off. To me, it's a song, a very, very good song, a story song at that. I love storytellers and songs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a couple having a good time, and he doesn't want her to leave because it's cold outside. And a lot of people, I don't believe, know that that song was written for his wife, and I believe they sang it together as a couple. The original creator of that song. He wrote it for his wife, to his wife. I think it's a beautiful song.
And I wonder if these people that are trying to get this song banned has ever actually seen the movie. Like, in that scene where they're singing it to each other, there was no hesitation. There was nothing against anyone's will. You know, it's...
They are also implementing that it's not a Christmas song. Okay, that might be, but it's always been associated with Christmas.
Yeah, but that's neither here or there. Like, what does it matter?
And let me back up my words there. It's not implemented. I shouldn't say it's associated with Christmas. It's associated with winter time.
Yeah.
Winter season.
I mean,
it's cold. It's cold outside. I don't want you to leave.
Yeah.
It's a blizzard out there. I don't want you to leave. You may get hurt. You know, I don't know where people are going these days with trying to ban these types of things. It's getting ridiculous.
It is. And I know you mentioned the other day about how, well, if they're going to start doing shit like this, then they need to look into Santa Baby. And last night I was reading that someone agrees with you. Like, if they want to be stupid and start banning an innocent song like this, then they really need to look into Santa Baby, because what that talks about is, if you want to think that way, is a lot worse than Baby It's Cold Outside.
In that song, she's like begging for gifts, and she's begging seductively with her voice. Again, beautiful song, beautiful woman that originally sang the song, and is a very popular song. I wouldn't ban it. I wouldn't ban any of these Christmas songs whatsoever. They're a part of the culture that is alive in the United States. What was the statistic you gave me? 90% of Americans celebrate Christmas?
Yeah, 90% of Americans in this country celebrate Christmas, and only 55% of them celebrate it as a religious holiday for what it is, which is Jesus' birthday.
Okay, so that right there says, why are we trying to, and I say we with a grain of salt, why are we trying to get rid of Christmas? Why are we trying to erase Christmas from the calendar?
My only theory is that because the more and more we, I don't know if you want to say evolve, because it seems like we're going fucking backwards with how stupidity humanity is, the more evidence shows that there is no deity, there is no Jesus, there is no God, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, nobody knows. No one ever will know until we die. So quit trying to force everything on everyone, your beliefs, and quit trying to take Christmas out of everything, because in a sense, you're bullying by trying to piss on everyone's religious beliefs and what they believe in general.
Another article that I seen which I know a lot of people don't know this. I didn't even know it until I see the article, that quite a few Christmas songs are written by Jews. And in that same article, it was actually a video, an ad on YouTube before a video started playing, and it was a Jewish gentleman that was talking about the same subject we're talking about now, about saying Merry Christmas during this time of year. He's a Jew. He celebrates Kwanzaa, and when someone says Merry Christmas to him, he replies with Merry Christmas. Even being a Jew, he responds with a respectful comment back to the person. If I'm out in public and somebody says Happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, I'm going to say exactly what they said back to me. And I just noticed that that I said that the guy in the ad is a Jew and he celebrates Kwanzaa. I'm sorry. He's a Jew and he celebrates I lost it again.
Hanukkah.
He celebrates Hanukkah. Sorry, everybody. So yes, I seen an ad that a Jew celebrates Hanukkah and says Merry Christmas when he is greeted the same way. So yeah, sorry about that, everybody.
It's early.
It is early. I got my holidays mixed up.
I just don't know where this frickin' attitude came from by people nowadays. I just don't understand why everyone thinks they're better than everyone else, and they think that what they say is true, and everyone has to believe them, and it's their way or no way. It's, another thing I have an issue with too is Charlie Brown, the Thanksgiving episode. They're trying to ban that too by saying it's racist because they had the black boy sitting by himself on one side of the table and everyone else is on the other sides. Do you think when they were making that, they were thinking about racism at all? No. If anything, you guys should be happy that they put a black boy in there to show diversity and not just have it all white and trying to say it was racist that way. Trying to say white privilege. That's how I look at it.
Are they trying to erase history?
Yeah, of course. What happens if you erase history, forget your history? You're doomed to repeat it.
That's pretty sad that they want to erase history, no matter what culture it comes from. Sorry to tell y'all that it's pretty much written in stone on paper. It's there. It's history. You can't change it. You can't erase it because it's still going to be there.
Yep. No matter how ignorant you guys want to be about things, it's still going to be there. You can't do anything about it.
It's quite disturbing that they want to get rid of some of these things. I refuse to say Happy Holidays. I'm not going to. And if you take offense to that, when I'm checking out at a cash register at a store, and you say Happy Holidays to me, and I come back with Merry Christmas, if you take offense to that, that's not my problem.
No.
That's something within yourself. It's like I have seen it to where I say Merry Christmas, and it's, oh no, did he just say Merry Christmas? Yes, I did.
And?
Say it back. It's respectful.
Yeah.
I understand Happy Holidays is respectful too, but
don't get upset if someone says Merry Christmas to you.
Exactly. I'm not going to get offended if someone says Happy Hanukkah to me. Happy Hanukkah back to you. You have a right to have a Happy Hanukkah. You have a right to have a Happy Kwanzaa. You have the right to have a Merry Christmas.
I blame the media too.
CNN.
CNN, ABC, MSNBC, all of them. Media in general, they have brainwashed people, and everyone's just so damn sensitive over it. Like, I read something, I think it was last week, that vegans are trying to get the phrase "bring home the bacon" ban because it will offend vegans.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And there was something else too, and it was really stupid, I guess.
Wow. When I hear "bring home the bacon," I don't actually think of food. I think of you're the breadwinner. You know?
Yeah. Money.
Wow. And another thing about banding this time of year is I think a few years ago they were wanting to ban Salvation Army from standing outside of their stores and ringing the bell for donations. As a person that has grown up and still wears Salvation Army clothes, there's a lot that the Salvation Army does for not only families, individuals, children. You're keeping donations away from the little ones. Anytime that I see a Salvation Army person outside, I give them what I can. If I don't have cash or chains on me, I at least say Merry Christmas and speak to them for a moment.
I agree.
They're taking time out of their day. It's not like the change that's going into that red bucket is going into their pocket. I don't understand it.
I don't know.
And to ban these songs is.
I like to think too, if they're trying to ban Salvation Army and Goodwill and things like that, like, what happens if you become homeless or your parent becomes homeless or your kid? You're going to want them around, and now you're doing all you can to ban them, so you just want them to live out on the streets? If that's the case, then you're part of the issue and you need help. Like, they are here to help people that don't have anything. You've seen it. You even said when I-90, there's Tent City.
Yes.
People like them rely on Salvation Army. They need that. Put yourself in their shoes. Quit thinking about yourself and what you want for one fucking second of your damn life. And think about the effects it has on people that you're doing to get these things banned.
I think it's because they're radical. They don't think.
They don't. They're just like driven by their fucking emotion and what they want right now, instant gratification. They don't think about the future because the future doesn't exist and we're not in the past anymore, but yet they're trying to freaking erase the past.
Is it really, who's hurting that a guy stands out there with a tripod and a red bucket and a bell and jingles it? Who is it hurting? By not having that guy there, man or woman, it's hurting the donation pot that goes to the kids that are less fortunate than some.
I know. I don't understand it.
I don't either. It's when you say, you know, the I-90 Tent City that I see, those donations could help them. I don't know for sure. I'm not there, but I know Salvation Army has helped me.
Oh yeah, it's helped a bunch of people I know too. It's,
I wear Salvation Army clothes to the day. And I will continue to listen to those songs. I will continue to say Merry Christmas. I will continue to watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because I do not agree with those that are trying to ban those things. And I guess it's folks like myself and you that do keep it alive, what little there is left of it.
You want to hear a crazy thought I just thought of? After you and I, our generations pass on, there'll be nothing left. As people like us are still trying to fight for these things. If these millennials just take over and everyone after them, there's going to be probably no Christmases, there's going to be no churches, there's not going to be anything. There's going to be open borders, there's going to be just... It's going to be a fucking shit show. And you and I will probably actually witness it when we're old.
Yeah, it's definitely a great time to be alive to see where it's going to go. Open borders? I can't imagine the repercussions from having open borders. Oh God, that would have to be so catastrophic, I think.
I think of it this way, for all you people that are trying to get everything banned. If it wasn't for the country and the Constitution and everything, for your right to freedom of speech, for you to go out and do these stupid protesting that you're doing, getting violent with them, and that's why I say they're stupid, because there's no reason to get violent. If you have open borders, you're getting rid of your right to protest. So next time you get pissed off of anything that you don't agree with, and we have open borders, well, you're just going to have to fucking suck it up, because there's nothing you're going to do about it, because you done ruined that chance to make any kind of change.
I hate to say it, but I say open the borders. Let them flood in. Let the left see what the repercussions of it is. And when I hear the left say, I know we're getting into a little bit of a different topic right now, but
you know what? It's whatever.
When you hear the left say those people need our help that are trying to get into our country, again, goes back to Tent City on I-90 and all over the United States. What about the people that need help here first?
Exactly.
So I say when it comes to the border, open borders, I say no. Build that wall. Build it taller, build it deeper, build it longer, build it stronger. I am a direct descendant, and most of us are, but I am a direct descendant of an immigrant. My father came here to the United States when he was just a young boy, went through the steps, became a citizen, learned English, got a social security number the proper way, became a citizen the proper way, and continued to work his entire life until he passed away. And he was disgusted when they would come over illegally and not go through the proper steps. I have no problem with anybody coming to the United States to make a better life for themselves if they do it the proper way. Don't come into this country breaking the law.
Agreed.
Back to Christmas, don't try to erase it. Don't try to erase Hanukkah. Don't try to erase Kwanzaa or any other holiday that I did not mention that I may not know about. We all have that right. I might not be 100% religious, but I celebrate Christmas, so I'm going to say Merry Christmas.
And yes, we get that Christmas isn't about Santa Claus. It's a religious holiday that's, day Jesus was born, all this other stuff. Yeah, we know. But even if you're not celebrating Christmas that way, religious wise, and you celebrate Christmas with the whole telling your kids that Santa Claus is real and all this other stuff, you are celebrating someone that you are saying doesn't exist, like Jesus. Santa doesn't exist either. So what is your main goal here? Like, what are you trying to do? Quit being a hypocrite. And also, I want to go back to, what was it? Banning the Christmas song, like "Baby It's Cold Outside." If you really think that is offensive and wrong, but you think hip hop nowadays and what you hear on the radio isn't, then again, you are the problem and you need help, because the songs nowadays that literally say in their lyrics, you can hear them word for word, there's no beating around the bush about it, about what? Doing it from behind, getting someone drunk, roofing them, blah, 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 all this other stuff, like literally talking explicitly about sex, and you have no problem with that, but you have a problem with a song that's not even suggesting that. It pisses me off.
I agree. It's when I heard that last week or 2 weeks ago that radio station in Ohio was banning this song because their listeners thought it was offensive to them and that it applies rape and drugging somebody. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And that's when I did my research on the song. That it was again, I know I'm repeating myself, but it was made by a man for his wife. I mean, they sing it together. And I guarantee it. If the roles were reversed and it was a woman saying the things that the man was saying and the man was saying the things that the woman was saying in the song, nobody would give a shit about it.
Nope.
It's like it's like that commercial Joe Rogan talked about in his stand-up. There's a commercial with a little baby boy, and he's getting ready to go out for a night of drinking. He has a beard, and he has all these girls around him in bikinis and dresses. Let the roles be reversed, and that was a little girl baby getting ready to go out for the night, and there was men in G-strings and topless with their pecs coming out, and not their peckers, their pecs up top. That commercial would have got so much shit, and it would have implied, definitely would have implied rape somewhat, but because it was a baby boy with a beard, nobody gave a shit about it.
We live in a time of hypocrisy. That's all it is.
It's insane. I sit back and kind of laugh at it. It's like, when I heard about that station banning that song, I almost wanted to call into the radio station. Are you taking requests right now? Can you please play "Baby It's Cold Outside"? I mean, I kind of wonder how many calls they did get to play that song. It's ridiculous.
It is. Like I said, I don't understand the mindset of people nowadays. It's generations freaking 50 years ago would be, I don't even say that, because a lot of the 50-year-olds nowadays are just as dumb as the millennials. So let's go back to like our greats. What would they think about all this?
They would probably stand up. I want to say they would stand up hard for what's at hand.
I think so too, because without them, we wouldn't be here. So, I don't know. It's I'm
I know
embarrassed.
it's so hard. It's so hard to talk about. It is.
Like, I'm embarrassed of what we've become.
I think what it comes down to is men and women like me and you are too real for people. It's like, when did too real become a bad thing?
That's what happens when you hide people from honesty and sugarcoat everything and give people what they want and give them what they want all the time. And this is what happens when you get a trophy for coming in last place. Everyone gets freaking spoiled and greedy, and everyone has opinions, or everyone's right. And if you don't agree with me, then you're wrong, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, me and you just had that conversation less than an hour ago, saying how that when we were in sports, that there was only first, second, and third. There wasn't a participation trophy.
No, there wasn't a try hard award.
I mean, first, second, and third. That's it.
Yep. And for me, most cases, it's first and second. You got third, well, good job, nice try, but, too bad.
I think we're starting to care way too much about people's feelings. I mean, I understand caring about somebody's feelings, but you got to draw the line somewhere.
Are we, though?
Like what, me and you?
No, like, just in general, people caring about other people's feelings. Because if they did, they wouldn't be trying to tear people down for what they believe in and what they celebrate, and just...
It's a double-edged sword. You got people taking down songs because of the way they feel about it, but yet you have those same people tearing down Christmas and how they feel about it, how they feel about Christmas. It's a double-edged sword.
It's not the same thing, but it's like birthdays. Just because it's your birthday and you think it should be celebrated doesn't mean everyone else thinks that way.
Damn straight.
It's... So what? That's basically what you're saying. It don't mean shit to me.
And if, anybody that has anything to say about what me and Adam are talking about right now, feel free to leave some type of a comment. Get a hold of us. I have no problem having a civil, and I quote, a civil conversation amongst ourselves. There's no need to get nasty.
Nope.
There's no need to get derogatory. We can come to an agreement, or we can agree to disagree. It's everybody's own opinion.
Exactly. And notice how he said civil conversation or debate, not an argument, not threatening, because that will just prove us right that we're too real and honest for people, because the truth hurts, and people would rather hear a lie and feel good about the lie than hear honesty and be real about it.
There's things that me and Adam disagree about. We're not fighting. We're not arguing. We have a conversation about it. We debate. If we agree to disagree, it's left where it's at.
Yeah, water under the bridge. Whatever.
Yeah. Each person has their own beliefs in one way or another on some type of topic.
And that's why we're doing this podcast. This is an outlet for us to talk about things that we wouldn't be able to talk about on platforms such as YouTube, because they're biased, and a majority of the people on YouTube look at things a certain way and they won't agree with us.
We're not here to bash the left. We're not here to bash the right. We're not here to bash anybody for their beliefs. It's just straight conversation.
This is our opinions. And I have a video on my YouTube channel about opinions. Check it out. But we're not going to bash one side or one person. We're going to call it right down the middle how we see it and what our opinions are.
What our views, exactly, what our views and opinions are, plain and simple. So, when it comes to Christmas, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Exactly. I'll always say it, whether you celebrate it or not, whether I celebrate it or not. I just do it because it's being decent. It's being a decent human being. It's having compassion. It's having, it's
having compassion for somebody else's beliefs.
It's about loving. And time here on Earth is short as it is, so quit making a big deal out of everything and just live your fucking life and be happy and quit bitching about every little thing that there is.
Because I honestly don't believe that it matters once you pass. I don't know. Well, I'll find out when I pass away if it matters or not. All I know is that I'm going to be respectful to others when it comes to, like someone says to me again, Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
And this doesn't really have anything to do with Christmas or anything, but I just remembered I was on Facebook this morning and I was watching this video where this military soldier came home, and it was in a gymnasium at a school, and his child had cerebral palsy, I believe, and he can barely walk. And for the first time, he walked to his dad and gave him a hug. And I was reading the comments, and it's like, Lord bless this child, and God bless you, and everything else. And it's like, that's nice. People are showing support. But for every God bless you or Lord have mercy or whatever, there's always the assholes that have to try to bring them down by saying, oh yeah, God, let's thank God for this. What kind of God would do this to a child? Blah, 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 blah. It's like, stop being a fucking asshole all the time. Let people believe what they want to believe. Let them say what they want to say. Quit trying to censor everybody. Quit trying to force your beliefs down fucking people's throats. We don't care. We don't want to hear it. We know you're a fucking miserable human being. That's fine. You don't have to make other people feel like shit. It annoys the ever-living hell out of me. So stop it. You're not doing anything. What are you getting out of it other than feeding your massive fucking ego?
I'll tell you right now that I won't hold back my words. I'm a very, very blunt person. And if I have an opinion and you don't believe in it, that's fine. Talk to me about it. But I'm not going to hold back my words on what I believe in.
Right.
Just because somebody had something derogatory to say to me. I live by, I hope I'm saying his name right, the Garrickson flag. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on me, I won't tread on you.
Exactly. Just let people be with their beliefs, with their opinions, and just go on with it. And I'm not saying I believe in God. I'm not saying I don't believe in God. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, quit thinking you're right all the time. Stop it, because nobody knows. And that thing could, what they're saying, Lord bless you or whatever, who knows? That could be God freaking made that child born that way for us to come together and help figure out a cause and beat it and figure out how to reverse stuff like that. Oh, well, if there is a God, then why is there so many starving people in Africa and blah, blah, blah? That's not God's doing. That technically should be up to us, our country, the richest country in the world, to lend a hand and help them. Technically, it's about loving. What is the meaning of life? It's to live it and to love. Honestly, that's all we're here for.
Huh?
We need to help each other.
John Lennon said all that the best. The Beatles in general, all we need is love. But if you want to come at me hard and derogatory and mean and disrespectful, don't think for a second that I'm not going to come right back at you the same exact way.
Yeah. And don't get all pissy attitude and get all threatening and shit because you started this. This is what happens. You think you can talk mad shit behind a keyboard or behind a phone and expect nothing to happen, but when somebody comes back at you, it's the end of the world and you don't know why, and then that's a whole nother issue, and you don't understand why people are getting the way they are with you.
And if I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong.
Well, same here. You can only poke a bear with a stick so many times before that bear's going to turn on you.
I agree.
And we're not trying to, force feed our beliefs or our opinions on you guys. We're just saying have some fucking respect for people that have a different belief system than you or have their own opinions. We don't always have to agree. We've never agreed. And we will never will agree, honestly. Like,
my thing is really saying Merry Christmas really offending anybody? I mean, it obviously is, but how and why? What? Okay, anybody that ever listens to this, leave a comment, write in something to let me know why saying Merry Christmas offends you. And let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. And maybe we can come to a conclusion about it. I honestly want to know, why does saying Merry Christmas offend somebody? So my question is, would it offend somebody if I was Jewish and I said Happy Hanukkah? Would that offend you also?
I'm sure someone somewhere.
Because in my opinion, again, I've repeated it. If somebody says Happy Hanukkah to me or Happy Kwanzaa, that's not offending me. That's the way I think. But I do want to know why Merry Christmas offends you.
I agree. That's because they don't want to see people happy. They don't want to be. They want everyone to be as miserable as they are. I don't know. America, land of the hypocrites, home of the offended.
Yeah.
It's
craziness, Adam.
It is. So that was our rant. I'm sure some of you out there, or if not some, all of you out there are going to be triggered in some sort of way. And whatever, that's fine.
Again, if you're triggered, let us know. We'll talk to you about it civilly. I'm not going to talk to somebody that's going to be derogatory to me and start yelling and cussing at me. I'm not going to do it. And that you're not worth my time if you're going to come at me like that. Don't tread on me. I won't tread on you. I'm willing to have a civil conversation with anybody about any debate, no matter what it is. Politics, religion, gaming, trucking, working,
fucking,
business, fucking,
sleeping. We're open books. We're going to tell you exactly how we feel and what we believe, and we don't hide anything. We're just realists.
What'd you call it, realist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to be as open-minded and real as I can be.
And that's the thing. We're open-minded, something that nobody is anymore. Everyone's closed-minded and have one belief system, and that's their way. Open-minded people are far and few between.
Yeah, I'm believing that's becoming more uncommon more and more.
So, well, David's still out there working right now. He's going to St. Louis.
Coming from St. Charles, Missouri to Chicago. I'm still on this same job. I've been on this job for quite some time now, and that's why you haven't seen me on the DNA show or even my own channel. This here, the podcast, is a way for me and Adam to connect, get some content out while I'm gone during the week on the road. Eventually, I will be back on the DNA show and on my own channel. I haven't posted anything. Adam knows this. It's because I am working. I'm working a lot. I'm pulling close to 70-hour weeks.
Life be rough for a trucker.
Hammer down, brother. Hammer down.
Also, too, out there, guys, leave comments on his channel of him fucking playing Mega Man. I want to see him beat one level.
No! Oh, that was awesome.
He's had the game for like 2 months and hasn't beat anything on it. He needs to. Live stream that motherfucker.
I'll get to it eventually. With all these new games coming out, I haven't had I'm only home for a day and a half, so
yeah.
I play what I play what I want to play.
But you got a Christmas vacation coming up soon, right?
Yes, I do.
So,
and today is the 7th. Today is December 7th. I will be home this afternoon, and I'm not gonna promise, but I'm legitimately gonna try to get a couple episodes up on my channel.
Yeah, for sure. And maybe we'll get a gameplay out on mine or something of us. We'll see.
Yeah, I think there's a Red Dead update, possibly. I don't know if they released the update yet or not.
Yes, they did. I think they released it last night.
Okay.
And from what I heard, everything is a hell of a lot better economy-wise.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can speak on both of our behalves here that me and Adam will be on tonight. So anybody that hears this that is new to the podcast or either one of our channels, I have no problem accepting your friend invite on PlayStation Network. My gamer tag is Daysend, DAY -SEND.
And mine is TatAdam89, TAT80AM89. Also, too...
What's that? What's your YouTube channel?
TatAdam Vlogs, TAT80AM VLOGS.
My YouTube channel is DNA Daysend. I only have a few videos up. I haven't been in the game as long as Adam. I'm out here a lot. So.
A fun fact, February will be 1 year since you and I started YouTube on this channel.
No shit. Well, we're going to have to do an episode.
We're going to have to get like party hats and confetti and just get stupid obnoxious with it.
Some kazoos?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah!
But yeah, though, if you're on the podcast, any podcast, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, any other podcast services, this episode, along with one we did yesterday about microtransactions, Red Dead, and Call of Duty, will be up on YouTube, on my channel, TatAdam Vlogs. Be sure to check it out. It'll be worth your time.
Definitely more to come. I'm getting back in the groove of things. Like I said, I'm going to try. I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'm going to try to get you guys something for the subscribers that I do have. I'm going to try to get you something out there.
Sounds good. Well, with that being said, I'm Adam.
I'm Dave. Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
We'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Take care.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.